It's Friday. Let's do a little bit of sewing chat. I'm Madi with Madi Sews, and thanks for hanging with me. So today is another one of the Friday sews that I love doing with you all because I get to share the things that I've been working on, the things that I'm going to be working on, along with some of the crazy stuff that's been on my mind. Friday Sews is actually the brainchild of Jen over at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And as always, I'll link to her in the description box below. But I guess let's just kind of jump into what I've been working on this week. So if you guys didn't see, I actually made a pair of pants. And it's the second time that I made them for Ankara Appreciation Week. And it's this pair right here. It has pleats in the front, a fake pocket, and darts in the back. Now, what I've come to realize is that I really appreciate having darts in the back as opposed to pleats because I can get a more fitted look in the back without worrying if my butt's gonna gobble up all of the extra pleated fabric there. I used Simplicity 8889, which is a Mimi G pattern, to make those pants. And as I had mentioned before, it's actually the second time that I made those pants. I could really see the improvement in my fitting and everything like that with this pair. So that was really fun to just kind of compare the pictures and see the growth there. If you're interested in making this pattern, I do in that video talk about some of the things that you might want to look out for. And if you plan on doing any kind of fitting, some tips that aren't in the instructions that you might want to do. And I'll put the link up here for you to check that out in case this is then on your list to make too. In that video, and you all, this has really kind of been on my mind. I talked to you about how I made a smaller size, so I went with my waist measurement, which was a size 20, and then I basically robbed the additional inches that I needed from side seams, like side seams, the back seam, pleats, darts, things like that. Now, although those adjustments really worked out for me in the end, and I got a real beautifully fitting pair of pants, I have to admit that my preference would have been to have gotten a hip measurement, like a size that corresponded with my hips, and then taken in the darts and side seams to accommodate my waist, because it's so much easier that way, and then you don't run the risk of actually running out of fabric. I mean, you can only let a seam out so much, right? So that's something to keep in mind, and that's something that you can do if you found that the size that you've cut out is just a little too small. You can definitely do the methods that I mentioned in that last video. If you're having a make it work moment, use those techniques. Do whatever you need to do to make your freaking garment fit. As far as what I have on my table right now, it's actually another Ankara look for Ankara Appreciation Week. Now, I feel like I kind of bit off a little more than I chew by committing to making 3 different garments for Ankara Appreciation Week. And I had the realization that I had to push one of those out to later this month. So the one that I'm focusing on right now and that I'm working on is this one. And it's Vogue 1683. This view right here. And I'm planning on making it out of these 2 fabrics. So these are both washed, ironed, ready to go. The reason why I went with this one is because it feels like a showstopper. And so I thought, oh, that would be just so perfect for ending out Ankara Appreciation Week. And I actually think that's their prompt for Sunday. So I'm excited to do that. The only problem with this pattern is that, again, it doesn't go up to accommodate my size. It doesn't accommodate my hips. So I cut out all of my pieces. And this has a whole lot of pieces to it. It really does. Not only that, but I had to go back in after I cut them out and make all of my pattern adjustments to give me some more space. And I'll be sure to share the details on how I accommodated my larger hip size and on this one. So I'll show you the pattern changes on Sunday. So one of you actually recommended that I consider making this top piece right here that kind of overlays this skirt a detachable piece. And I just thought that was such a great idea. And so I have actually two different things that I have going through my head and how to do that. I'm not sure which I'm gonna go for just yet. That overlay is kind of open here in the back and it connects into the waistband. I was thinking about closing that up right there with a zipper. You know, a detachable zipper. So that's one idea that I had. The other is just kind of attaching on like two ends of a sash and making it so that I can tie a bow on the back there. And so I can just tie it onto a skirt, put it on over jeans, however I want to wear it. The other thing that like I have in the back of my head and I kind of need to figure out, and I guess I'll do that as soon as I lay out this fabric, is that I want to use this fabric for that top layer. This top layer has seams in it, and I was just thinking that if I used this one, this purple, it's a very directional print, and I don't think it'll look as nice and seamless as this would. I feel like you would see the seams in the purple a bit more, so I think I'm going to go in with a busier print for the upper layer. I've got 3 yards of the Assyria palm, and I'm just honestly praying that it's going to be enough to give me this little overlayer. I do have 6 yards of that purple, so if I have the time, I'm thinking that I would really like to make like a little tiny like cami, kind of similar to how she's wearing it, but I was thinking about making a purple one to tuck into that skirt. So we'll see if I have the time. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, just in case, it's a possibility. So not exactly sewing related. A couple of videos ago, actually I think probably a couple of weeks ago, I was filming a video while I was sitting outside, and the entire time there was a big old cicada hanging out on my shoulder, and I had no idea until it tried to fly into my face and freaked me out. I'll link to that up above. But, you know, the cicada swarms are now gone, and this popped up in one of my social media feeds. It's an earring, and I thought, perfect. It's like a little remembrance to my friend who was hanging out on my shoulder, right? These earrings are my new favorite earrings. And actually the place that I got them from, Ravenstone Crafts, I believe, they had a bunch of different bug style ones. I might have to go back for some additional bug earrings. But aren't these just the greatest? And look, it's actually like true to size. That's really how big those cicadas were. Crazy. I love these things. And let me just be clear, I love my earrings, not so much the actual bugs. Actually, maybe I should rock my cicada earrings with this cute little number here on Sunday. You all stay tuned on Sunday because I really can't wait to share with you my new skirt and rock my cicada earrings again. Other than that, I guess the next thing that's on my mind is that I have athletic wear to make. So I want to make a Sirena pattern, and then, oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you all. Greenstyle Creations has actually chosen me to be one of their like promoter, ambassador type of people. So I'm super excited to be working with them because you guys already know I like their tights a lot. So that's something else that's really new and exciting in my world. So I hope that you all had fun chatting with me today. And if you did, make sure you check out this video, which was the last chat. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I sincerely hope that you find joy and have a wonderful day.